Hello there, good morning. I think it still is morning. I got a late start today, but I realized I am going to Charleston, South Carolina at the end of this week. Where did all the time go? And so there's some things I got to do to get ready, pre-trip, during, and post-trip. So I thought I'd bring you all along. Right now I'm putting together some breakfast. I got my little turkey sausage going. I'm chopping up some potatoes that are going to be some hash browns, and I'll have an egg, and I'll be ready to start my day. So, okay, let's go. Anyway, y'all, okay, part of my getting ready is, I guess you need to see me, right? Okay. Part of my getting ready too is first I'm trying to get my breakfast ready, of course. And I've got to wash clothes. I've got to um, order groceries. I've got to make sure I have my toiletries together, what we'll be wearing, because I also like to plan with a trip experiences that I know we will enjoy. Some things, of course, the trip promises, right? The pictures and all of that, what you read about the hotels, things like that kind of make a promise, which kind of goes into my anticipation meter. Um, so looking at that, but also curating experiences that I know that we will enjoy. So that's all a part of it too. So getting ready to get my breakfast on, finish doing my little hash browns, sausage, eggs, hash browns, so I can get my day started and yeah, get this thing going. I used to be one of those that would go to the grocery store and do all these different things. But you know what? Because I have a lot of things to do, I'm gonna let DoorDash deliver what I need. Even if I need toiletries from CVS, DoorDash will pick those up too. I'm gonna do that. I do have scheduled a dental appointment. I'm gonna put that dental appointment off until I come back from the trip. And yeah, but I'm gonna keep my physical therapy appointment because Charleston from here is about a 4 hour drive, give or take. And usually after 3 hours, I start having a little sciatic nerve pain. So in anticipation of that, I'm going to probably get some dry needling in my hips to help with that when I go to physical therapy tomorrow. And I'm going to do some exercises and so forth, squats and so forth to strengthen my muscles. Not sit as much today because sitting seems to exacerbate the condition, but move around a little bit, exercise a little bit more so that I'll be prepared to make that trip. So, yeah. Next on my list, need to wash some clothes and let's get those to washing and then finish my grocery list. I have to be sure to have the things that I'll need for my soft landing. Okay, so Things that I would buy again. Okay. Because we're going to be gone for a few days, I'm not going to buy the organic strawberries or the salad and stuff like that. I'm only going to buy things that I'm going to be able to put in the freezer or things that need to go in the pantry. I'm not going to buy anything that could go bad before we even get back home. I try to make sure that, oh, don't y'all mind my bed. I'll make it about the wow. But I try to make sure that there's food at the house that I really want to eat so that when I come back from a trip where I have eaten delicious food, I don't come back home and I'm like, wah, wah, wah. There's nothing here that I would enjoy eating. So, or that's easy to prepare, something like that. Now, some people, for their soft landing, come back and they decide to order, takeout, which is fine. That's fine too. Because of my diet and wanting to make sure I remain healthy, however, I'm cooking from home a lot more than going out. So I have to make sure that in my preparing my soft landing to come back home, I've got my meals already kind of in my mind. And instead of having to thaw out, a whole lot that I'm just not going to eat in one sitting, I've learned to divide my meats up into one serving so that I can just take something out of the refrigerator, go on and have it defrosting, and it be ready so that I can cook something. So yeah, I'm going to make sure that I have some things like that so that it's very easy to cook, doesn't require a lot. That when I get back, it'll be flavorful, it'll be good, I'll be glad, but I won't get back home and be like, okay, I don't have anything out to eat. I haven't bought groceries, come back to chores to have to do rather than already preparing for a strategy for when I come back home. Welp, I've spent most of the day back and forth between researching for groceries and washing clothes. But this is good. It's Tuesday. If I get it all out of the way now, then I'll be able to spend the rest of my week doing fun stuff like deciding on what I'm going to wear, looking at different activities that we might be interested in so we can curate experiences that will really make this trip not only a getaway, time away, but something memorable, right? Hey, babe.
Yeah, babe.
Just want to let you know that there are going to be 3 orders coming. One from Wegmans, one from Food Lion, and one from Vitamin Shop. So if you hear the doorbell ring, that's what's going on.
What's up?
I got 3 orders coming.
3 orders coming?
From DoorDash. So
okay.
Just if you hear the doorbell ring, you'll know what it's all about.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, baby.
You.
Thanks. Also preliminary wise. Is to change the bedding, fresh linens. It's nothing like coming back home to fresh linens. A nicely made bed, fresh linens. Oh, love it. Spray a little lavender on it, and yeah. So I'm a little old school. I know some people use their cell phones for stuff, but I'm a little old school. Sometimes it's easier to just write it down on a piece of paper than to have to, use your text fingers. Sometimes your text fingers say, I don't want to have all that much action, and I can just very easily just keep my list near me so that I can go on and jot things down as I remember them. Because at this stage of life, when I remember something, I have to write that thing down immediately. Because then, in the next moment, I'll be like, what was it that I said I was going to do? You know? So, I keep my clipboard with my piece of paper close by. That way I don't have to grab a surface to write on. I can go on and write on that. Get my pen there. Jot things down. Doesn't have to be cute. Doesn't have to be nothing. It only has to be legible so I can read my own handwriting. But doesn't got to be cute. Just a list that I remember what I need to do. And sometimes I'll put a time beside it so I'll remember when I need to take it. Like the supplements. Woo! I had to write them down and set the alarm on my Fitbit so that I could remember, okay, it's time to take this supplement because you need to take it at least 2 hours after eating. Take it and then don't eat again till 2 hours later. So I'm going to tell you, I was writing stuff down. I had my alarm going so that I'd know when it was time to take the supplements and all that good stuff. So yeah, it was a lot going on, but hey, I did it. I persevered, and I'm very proud of myself for having done it. So after I get through folding these clothes and everything and get all my clothes washed, some people just wash what they're going to take with them. For me, I don't often know exactly what I'm going to take. Some things I know, but some things I don't. So it's easier for me to go and have all my clothes washed before I start planning that part, especially if some outfits are activity driven. We're not going to spend each day, every day in one place. There's so many different things that we enjoy doing. And going to a place like Charleston, wow. And it's supposed to be nice and warm too. At least it's nice and warm here. That's another thing I need to do is check the Charleston weather. So I'll know what to pack. I'll check Charleston weather. I need to also pack bottled water because it's a good 4-hour trip. You stop to use the bathroom, stuff like that. Pack some bottled water for the trip and some snacks, some healthy snacks. I've got some healthy protein bars that I bought that I haven't eaten yet. So I'll add those healthy protein bars. I let her take cashews, nice raw unsalted cashews. I like to kind of munch on those, especially if I've got supplements that I need to take at certain times. Then if I already have bottled water and I already have healthy snacks, I can make sure I take my supplements on time, and I can also make sure I'm feeding my body, meeting the nutrition needs of my body, because for me, weight loss is a big issue. Not because I'm trying to lose weight, but because I lose weight very quickly. So I always have to let my body know that it's getting fed. Otherwise, it goes into panic and I start losing weight. Weird thing. It's been this way, I think, for most of my life. It really has. So I have to make sure, because of my osteoporosis, that I maintain my weight in a steady way, that it doesn't yo-yo up and down, because that's not good for osteoporosis, and it's not good for A1C either. So yeah, so those are things that I have to make sure that I pack, along with my pillow, my sleeping pillow. And another thing I've begun to do is pack my own sheets, because even in the very high end hotels, which are those are the ones that we stay at, sometimes the way they do their laundry in bulk, the detergents that they use are irritating to my skin. So I've learned to start packing my own sheets and so forth, so that I can maybe buffer theirs. I don't change their beds and stuff like that, but I can buffer theirs so that I can sleep and not feel itchy because of the detergents that they use to keep their bedding and everything clean. My skin is getting more sensitive the older I get. Hey, it's just one of those things. And so I'll take my own sheets. So I need to pack sheets. Yes, that's another reason why I'm glad we're driving. I'm so glad we're driving. So yeah, it's also that one of the things that I really do, I do it for myself and I do it for other people too, is at least those that use my services. I really do a deep research. I do a deep research. I research things just as if I was researching it for myself. And oftentimes my research is such that even if my husband did not come with me, I'd be okay. I know about the different modes of transportation. I would know uh, what's the best one to use in proximity to a hotel or where I'm going, what has the best reputation, certain little things that you need to know about where you're going so that you are aware and you can plan your itinerary accordingly. For instance, I would never plan my itinerary in a way that would ever put me in danger or at risk where I don't feel comfortable. Like one thing's for me, if I was going somewhere at night and it's somewhere that I don't frequent, then your girl is not going to park in a dimly lit parking deck. She's not going to do it. Even if it was driving distance. I'd rather be picked up by Uber and spend that kind of money than to park somewhere dimly lit where you don't know anybody. And let's say you get detained for some reason and you find yourself leaving leaving after other people have already left, or something happens where you need to leave early. And in both situations, you are in a situation where you are walking in the dark by yourself in a place that you are not familiar. I would never do it. And if I were working with a client and they wanted me to research a trip that they're getting ready to take, I research it as if it is me. Because I'd rather give too much information and they say, well, I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need that, than to give too little information and have not helped them to be able to anticipate their needs. Now, if you're not that kind of person, I'm not your girl. But if you need somebody who will do the research in a way that lightens your load, So you want to think about it, but then make sure that they've thought about it and will broker the conversation with you to make sure. Then I'm the kind of person you want. I don't leave things up to chance when I'm traveling by myself. I don't. Like I was telling you about having, I even bought a Fitbit so that I could set an alarm to remind me to do certain things. So if I do it for myself, then I sure would do it for somebody else. So day one down. Whew. Your girl is tired. But I got a lot done. And thankfully, with me having done what I did today, then I can kind of coast the rest of the week, getting just the appointments done that I need to get done. And oh, my glasses are ready. I hadn't been wearing my nice little see-through glasses because I got some new lenses for them. One could say I got them pimped out. No, I got a new prescription, and you know, sometimes you want to buy new frames, but I like my frames. So I got the new lenses put in my frames, and I was told they are ready. So I'll pick those up tomorrow, and the rest of the week I can figure out weather, what I'm gonna wear, look for some experiences that we'll love to curate while we're in Charleston, as well as leaving room for those moments that you can't plan for but are just absolutely wonderful. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. We haven't been on vacation for a while, and it's time to have a nice little meaningful time away. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'll talk with you all some more the next time. Okay? See you later. Bye.